Wow, baby. Hell of a performance by the boys. That was an epic game. I feel like this is like the best start to the season I've ever had as far as like game wise. Even though we lost to the Raiders, epic game, really cool performance overall. Exciting. Yeah, we finally got over the Chiefs. Huge boost for us. Lamar finally getting that monkey off his back, as Steve Young would say. The team just, I mean, there's no way they should have won the game. Like, bunch of players out, everyone against them. Obviously, Mahomes and Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill on the other side. Start the game off with a pick six. Just a lot to overcome. Somehow they did it. I'm just going to be going through Lamar and the Ravens' run scheme here. Obviously, big part of their offense. I think they were like 230 rushing yards. So that's, still like with all those running backs out, they can still get the job done here. So without further ado, let's just get into the run scheme here. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. All right, so the first play I'm going to be showing you here, just a simple outside zone play. Right tackle Patrick McCarry does a really good job getting to Chris Jones right here. Just kind of, neutralizing him, not letting him get the edge. Sammy Watkins and Devin Duvernay do a nice job. Sammy gets this corner here. Duvernay works up to the safety. You can see McCarr gets the edge there. Watkins kind of boxes him out, and then Duvernay's up on the safety right here. So just a good outside zone play. Typically, people think of Ravens, I think, gap scheme. Not completely true. This was definitely a JK Dobbins special play last year, just getting him on the edge. Tyson Williams has taken over that role so far. All right, here's a combination of two really hard plays to stop. First of all, you got Ricard over here, the fullback. Anytime you see him in the game, you're thinking, he's lead blocking here. So he's going to be the one. He's going to end up taking 49 here, Sorensen out of the play here. The player they read a lot this game was Chris Jones. Typically, recently in his career, he's been a three technique defensive tackle. So anytime you can read him on the edge, anytime you can take their best player and kind of take him out of the game by reading him, obviously a good thing to do. So let's just kind of walk through this play here. We got counter bash. What that means is that the right guard, right tackle are pulling opposite. Chris Jones gets upfield. Lamar ends up keeping it on this play. He doesn't, so he hands it off to Freeman. The person who kind of messes up this play is that backside linebacker. He overruns it. He doesn't think Lamar's gonna hand the ball off, and he ends up just giving Freeman a big lane here. So this is the influence Lamar has on every single play, no matter what. Obviously, you got to account for him, but also it just frees up everything else for the running backs he plays with, because he's obviously the most dominant running quarterback of all time. So that's just a really good look at what they've been doing. All right, here's a really good look. I got this because I got the sky cam footage of this somehow. It was on the tape. Still haven't got the the coach's film here. So this is going to be a counter GH. It's kind of like a wind back play. Guard's going to end up kicking out this end right here. Villanueva does an excellent job, 2 for 2 and up to this backside backer, and Ricard just kind of does cleanup duty on the play side backer here. So let's take a look at it. You see crashing it down, Villanueva, really good job, gets up to the backer. Anytime you get an offensive tackle on the backer, not a good matchup for him. And then Ricard just kind of washes it out, and then obviously Tyson Williams kind of fumbles it. Duvernay's there. Hey, we'll take it where we can get it, baby. We've been screwed over plenty of times before. Just a simple scheme right there. That's a pretty basic play for the Ravens. All right, 3rd and 2. Here's I think it's, especially when Dobbins was in this game, this is the most effective play the Ravens have. This is just counter bash here. So left guard, left tackle are pulling opposite. He's reading this end over here. He sits flat. Frank Clark does a nice job knowing his responsibility. Lamar takes it. Just kind of takes what they give him. They get the edge collapse down, and then Lamar just kind of takes the edge and gets a first down. That's the best play they run. That's their best run play, especially when Dobbins was in there. All right, we're taking it back to the early Lamar days, 2018. This is a play they ran a lot of this diamond formation. So Ricard's just coming. He's going to get Bolton right here on this block. They're reading the end right here. Mark Andrews is arcing out to first most dangerous man here. Lamar makes a great read like he always does. Just gets the edge. I mean, you get Mark Andrews on a safety, and then we get that nasty stiff arm from Lamar. Love seeing that. Love seeing his aggression. But that's a play a lot of people had figured out, kind of 2019. I wouldn't say figured out, but they kind of had an idea how to stop. So they did a good job bringing that back out in this game. All right, here's a really interesting scheme again. We're reading Chris Jones again, yet again, taking their best player and kind of using it against him here. So it's just going to be it's going to be like a counter read. It's a very interesting play, and then you got Mark Andrews and Pat Ricard bluffing or arcing and kind of getting that most dangerous man here. So let's take a look at what it does to the linebackers right here. Both of these pulling linemen, I want you to take a look and see the impact on it has on them. And they're just kind of flat-footed, reacting to the pullers as they should. We're reading Chris Jones. He's sitting flat-footed. Obviously, Lamar can get the edge at that point. And then you got Mark Andrews and Pat Ricard up on some secondary players. This really, really good job scheming the play up by Greg Roman there. That's a really, really good play call. All right, here all we got is an inside zone play. Mark Andrews is just dividing back and kicking out this end, giving them a little eye candy, kind of getting them thinking a little bit here. This is just big boy football. Really good job by Bozeman and Ben Powers here, getting up to the second level. And then Latavius Murray seems to be our goal line back, which I like. He's done a really good job so far since he's been in there. This is a really simple scheme, though. All right, here we got a power read. So this left guard's going to be pulling. We're reading the end right here again. He sits flat-footed. So that means we got numbers. We got Mark Andrews up on the linebacker. We got the receivers blocking the corner and that safety right there. Really good job. Just another way to get the edge here. Tyson does a nice job getting upfield. This is a really important play in the game. So at this point, Ravens had I think it was a holding call and some other type of penalties. You can see it's 1st and 25. The next play, Mark Andrews ends up making a nice catch, jumping over a guy, getting out of bounds. So at this point, this is really big. I mean, this is literally the difference in the game. Just kind of getting that big chunk there, and then obviously getting field goal range for Tuck to kick that big field goal for the half. All right, here 1st and 10. This is that play right after I was telling Mark Andrews made that huge catch getting out of bounds. This is another really good call by Roman here. They're in man coverage. They're just trying to, play as tight coverage as they can. So let's use it against them. So it's just going to be quarterback draw. We got Tyson up on this backer, and then Lamar just makes ridiculous cuts here. Makes like 4 people miss in a row. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just getting up there, and then he does a nice job knowing what he needs to do. Good situational awareness here, getting the ball in the ref's hands so they can spike it, and then they get Tuck. They get him an opportunity. All right, 1st and 10. This isn't a called run, but this is just another thing that Lamar brings here. They end up playing some sort of man coverage here. Lamar notices no one's open, uses it against him, gets the edge right here. And then obviously, he's yet again, just get him on the edge, get him in space, let him do his thing. Hopefully he doesn't just give people shoulders in the future here. We want him to, not take as much punishment. But in this game, I love it. I love him just giving it to him, letting him know he's there for business. All right, 1st and goal. We got Lamar's first touchdown here. The Chiefs actually play it really well. Reading this end right here. This guy, you can tell. See, this is the mesh point. Gives people a lot of problems. Even if they know what their responsibility is, they don't trust their eyes and they get out of position. So let's take a look at it right here. Ricard's coming around. He's doing right. He's got this back right here, and then he just gets flat-footed, and then Lamar's got the edge, and obviously we know who's going to win that matchup 10 times out of 10. See, just a little bit of hesitancy can cost you. All right, we got man coverage by the Chiefs. Duvernay's coming in motion. This is going to be that counter bash play. So we got Latavius out on there's probably going to be this linebacker. If a safety drops down, he's arcing to that. Lamar ends up keeping the ball because this end makes the right read. He's upfield. He's in his right spot, so Lamar just kind of takes it. Hey, it was 1st and 10. We'll take 9 every time. So they're just running this counter bash play, just a bunch of different variations, and they're getting numbers advantages by reading their ends and then getting some of their tight ends or running backs or H-backs, whoever it is, they're getting them arced up onto that second level defender, and they're just creating problems. Like I was saying earlier, they're just reading the defensive end or the linebacker, whoever they're reading on that play, and making them wrong. So no matter what they do, there's a counter to it. That's why having the quarterback run is so important, especially the Ravens offense. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Who we're reading again? We're reading the end. We're reading their best player. We're taking them out of the situation here. This is going to be a power read. Right guard's pulling. Chris Jones gets upfield. He's in great position. They blitz the linebacker. We got the guard kicking him out here, and then we got Lamar in the seam, just making people miss, probably making their defensive coordinator go crazy yet again. 2nd and 10, we'll take 9 every single freaking day of the week. Beating a dead horse here. We got this counter bash play, left guard, left tackle pulling. Let's see what happens. This defensive end's going to sit flat-footed. He gets upfield, takes himself out of the play. We got Villanueva up on a linebacker safety type. Then we got Lamar taking another, 9-10 yards again. 3rd and 5, we'll take it. We'll run the ball right down your goddamn throat. 3rd goal here. What are we going to do? We're going to run the same play we scored in the red zone, or Lamar scored in the red zone earlier. We're reading this end right here. We got Mark kicking out this backer right here. Easy. Everyone kind of commits to that, running back here. We got Lamar flipping in the end zone. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it any day of the weekend. We're going to top it off here with the old, do you want to go for it, coach? Yeah, I want to go for it. Hey, same exact formation, same exact play against the Seahawks last, time that whole, hey, you want to go for it, coach thing was coming around. Hey, we're not even hiding it. We're getting all our big people up here. We're getting Ricard. We're running power, and we're just going to cram it down your goddamn throat, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the gutsiest call in a regular season game I've seen in a long time. Really pumped Harbaugh did it. I don't want to see Mahomes get the ball back because especially after what we saw last week in the 2-minute drill with Derek Carr, not a good situation for our defense. Huge win. This ground game is just phenomenal. Can't wait to see it in action against Detroit next week. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. I should be doing more Ravens content. I'm going to try and get it done earlier in the week. Got it tough with my work schedule, but hey, that's what I'm here for. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel.